keep saying it, I promise you, I don't follow this chap. But either his tweets come up in my timeline or somebody sends me a link. More jobs gone in vehicle charging. Huge losses. When's it going to stop? Now this was from a few weeks ago. I've started to think he's the kiss of death. They really, I never want to see anybody lose the job. I really don't. But I really don't think he's in the right job. He's like a jinx. He's the kiss of death. Everything he says, here we go, this was it. Now at the time, it was a silly thing to say. No one wants an EV, but everyone wants an EV charger. Now obviously what he's trying to get across there is, you know, nobody wants an EV. People are just saying nobody wants an EV, but the charging company, they're selling lots of chargers. They're not selling them to charge your petrol car, are they? They're selling them for these EVs because they're selling loads. They're flying off the shelves. But no. Volex, I'm assuming it's pronounced Volex as opposed to Volex. I might stay, I have to keep flipping, cutting bits out because I keep swearing and I'm trained not to swear. But in future, instead of what I normally say, I'll say Volex. And that's an EV charger who's doing really well, look. Volex profits rise by a quarter as demand for its EV chargers soars. Colin has this way of even annoying you in a tweet by either putting this or one of these emojis underneath this. So, in order to reply to him, that was it. Barrie, Crampton. Podpoint managed to turn 350 million into 10 million in less than 4 years, but sure, have it your way. EDF, French company, bought Podpoint because they were going down the plug hole. And they valued it from, it was valued at 352 million. It was finally valued at 7.2 million, but they gave over the odds to buy the shares so that they could, they offered all the shareholders more money than they would get so that they would accept it and they could take it over, which is what they did. But there you go, this is money. And that was only on the 12th of June 2025. When was Colin's tweet there was June the 27th. Story by John Robinson, 1 day ago. Pull that up so you can see it. GridServe, the electric vehicle EV charging network supported by figures including Sir Richard Branson, has reduced its workforce while reporting losses exceeding £80 million in 2024. New filings are disclosed. Now, Richard, obviously a very successful guy in everything, but every time he tries to get into the car job, he burns his fingers. Virgin Cars ceases trading, 5th of January 2006. Virgin Cars, launched in 2000 by Sir Richard Branson with the promise of revolutionising the way cars are sold, has ceased trading. The online site has stopped taking orders for new and used cars and vans. New and used, remember? All online. The online site has stopped taking orders for new and used cars and vans, although the company said it will continue to provide existing customers with support and that any existing customer orders will be completed and processed as normal. At launch, Sir Richard Branson predicted sales of 24,000 new cars in its first year. That should double or even treble in year 2. Sound familiar? You sound like anything else? Branson predicted, as he announced, average savings of around 17%. Well, at the time, we were probably on, they were just about the times I think they were reducing them from 17%. So Richard was expecting to kick the car dealers in the nuts, get them for nothing so they could do the targets, and then he makes a fortune. It's called disruption. And a number of years ago, I got a phone call. I was actually recommended for this job by one of my friends. It was a lot of money, a lot more. In fact, it was double what I was making at the time. I got a phone call from a business angel. I've been recommended to speak to you. I've got an idea that will disrupt the car business. And, we should all make a fortune. He explained his idea, and the idea is customer, car dealer. That's on the way there. So customer goes to car dealer, does all the test drive, looks through the brochures, salesman speaks to him, finds out the specification he wants, works with him to get the right specification, the right car, the right engine, the right colour, the right interior, of what him and his wife wants. And then the guy goes away to think about it. Now, so customer, car dealer, customer, home. Guy decides he wants to buy the car. Guy, garage, disruptor. Disruptor. We can sell it you cheaper. So they don't do any work. You've just got a computer and so on. And a guy sat in his mum's bedroom or an office or whatever. And they're advertising. They don't have a big gym palace. They don't have to stock cars. They don't have all the machinery to fix them. They don't have to have service loan cars when the guy comes in for a service. They don't have to have all the staff, the dealer principal, the sales manager, service manager, parts guys, sales guys, service guys, admin. They've got none of that. They've just got a computer and a telephone. And then they screw the car dealer down to virtually cost price, and then they make the money. So that's how they disrupt. So he explained that he explained this concept to me, and I said to him, you're fucking joking, aren't you? I said, I despise people like you. I really do. I despise you. You will fail. I hope you fail. For the good of the car industry, you cannot succeed, because all you'll do is put the car dealers out of business, and then you won't have a business. So why? Anyway, that's what Richard is. He's a bit of a disruptor. So he predicted sales of 24,000 new cars in its first year. That should double or even treble in year 2, Branson predicted, as he announced average savings of around 17%. So that's vehicles at cost price to customers. In 2003, so it started in 2000, in 2003, the company's only physical dealership was opened in Salford. So it was all online, but then they obviously realised that wasn't working. So they opened a physical dealership in Salford, Manchester. This outlet has also closed, and new buyers are being directed to DC Cook Direct. So Richard failed there in Virgin Cars. GridServe, the electric vehicle EV charging network supported by figures including Sir Richard Branson, has reduced its workforce whilst reporting losses exceeding 80 million in 2024. New filings have disclosed. The Swindon-based company recorded a pre-tax loss of 82.7 million for its most recent financial year, according to fresh accounts lodged with Companies House, as reported by City AM. This represents a deterioration from GridServe's previous pre-tax loss of 54.8 million in 2023. The figures also demonstrate that the firm's workforce declined over the 12-month period from 320 employees to 239. Nevertheless, the accounts have shown that GridServe's turnover climbed in 2024 from 29.1 million to 46.2 million. GridServe raises extra £100 million war chest. The financial results emerged just days following GridServe's announcement that it had obtained 100 million in fresh equity backing from several of its current investors. TBG, Infracapital and Mitsubishi supplied the extra funding which will support the company's ambitions to broaden its EV charging network across UK motorways. Additional supporters of GridServe include Sir Richard Branson's Rise Fund, established by TBG in 2016 alongside Hitachi. A declaration endorsed by the board stated 2024 marked a breakthrough year for GridServe, during which we successfully refined our business strategy and optimised our organisational structure, which has enabled the creation of a solid foundation for efficient and sustainable future. Further, we enhanced our focus on premium, high-yielding locations, which maximise utilisation of existing sites. Our streamlined operations continue to deliver exceptional charging experiences that exceed customer expectations, strengthen brand loyalty, and enhance our market leadership. The strategic decisions and focused actions taken throughout 2024, which identified a number of assets which are not longer strategically aligned with GridServe's future direction, including some standalone solar developments, low returning charging sites, and acquired technology assets, have positioned GridServe for accelerated growth in 2025 and beyond. GridServe was established in 2017 by Toddington Harper. More jobs gone in vehicle charging. Huge losses. When's it going to stop? No one wants an EV, but everyone wants an EV charger. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.